What up, Underground Hustlers? It's your boy INT, and I'm here in the studio right now on the couch. I've been sleeping here for a couple months just because I've been mixing this album, listening to it, remixing it, listening, and I don't want to wake the family up, so I'm just been camped out here, and proud to say the album is done. It's at press, but because of the holidays, there's not many work days, so it'll probably be done the first week or second week of January 2014. So the release date will be 1/14/14. I like that number, so we'll go with that. So it's awesome, man. It's a great album. At first, I didn't think it would be my best album, but it had some of my best songs on it. But now, I think front to back, it's my best record. You've seen Real Time, the video. That's the first song. I got a song number 2, Dark Sermon. It's just you've the time lapse video for the horror card had the first verse on that one, so that song is ridiculous. Hard to Breathe. You've seen the mini video for that, and you've heard the original version, but C4 did a remix for that song, and Genghis Ganja is on the third verse of that. So that's track 3. Track 4 is Why You Mad. Video right now is out for that. Me in the tinfoil room just going off. Track 5 is The Engine. That's probably my favorite song on there right now. It's just on some other shit. The Engine. I was in a Bad Religion phase here, and I kind of copied The Generator. So The Engine is sort of a parallel between that song. And then after that is called I'm Done, featuring my girl Yale. It's about me wanting to quit rap, and I don't want to rap anymore, but I gotta make this one last album. That's one of my favorite songs too. That's a great song. Then 7 is a song called Michael Jordan. It just talks about how I'm the Michael Jordan of the underground. Running, I'm the greatest who has ever laid a spit up on the microphone of Michael Jordan. So that's I'm gonna do a video for that, I think. Shout out to Alex for doing all my videos. Guy's amazing. Song 8, Burn, with Sick and Raz. That's just an anthem right there. You saw the making of the hook. My verse goes hard. Sick and Raz go hard on that one. So I'm glad to finally have a song with them. Track 9, Wadzilla, with McNastee and Insane Loke. I know we want to do a video for that. Wadzilla is just, a dinosaur-sized wad of cash. So watch him grow, reptilian style, you know what I mean? Then song after that is called Hip Poverty. It's about, and I think that one may make some people mad, but I put it out there anyway because, the third verse is about how I fell for hip poverty. It's just people who lose sight of what's important in life and spend everything they have on rap, and just because of their ego, you know what I mean, trying to feed their ego. So I got caught up in that too. So it's sort of like an infomercial for having responsibilities outside of hip hop. But I think, if anything, that song will have a little bit of backlash. But, it's about me too. So, it's just a little education there. After Hip Poverty is Just Like My Dad's, which Mike Latanzi mixed for me. That just goes through my biological dad and my adopted dad, and it just goes through the parallels, how I'm just like both of them, but kind of not like either of them. So that one's there. And then the If It, you guys heard that a long time ago. That's the fan dedication song where I shout out everyone who contributed a decent amount of money to the Indiegogo campaign, as well as Chad Karsten, who won the contest of the Why You Mad video, heavy metal references. So that's the album. Then the bonus tracks are, you've heard it on UGH 38 or 48, the Cut Calhoun Chucky Lee track, 8 Days, and then Real Time Cypher with Tech. That song is just retarded. It took me so long to mix because everyone has different frequencies in their vocals. Everyone uses different mics. I had to mix a lot of the verses. C4 took a while on the beat. Not really, but considering how intricate and how detailed and how much the beat changes up. So that song, I just wanted to, people put a lot of dough into that song, so I wanted to make sure it was done justice, and I think it was. It took a long time. So a lot of great verses on that. I'm not even going to call anyone out because then the people I don't call out will get mad. Everyone did a great job. So if you got a GT avatar, I sent out the surprises a few days ago, so you should have them I was hoping by Christmas. It's nothing major, but it's pretty sweet. I think you'll like it. I think some of you should already have them, so check that out. So that's Real Time. It's coming out. Artwork's like 99% done. By the time this video goes up, the artwork will be done. It'll go into production, pretty soon. So 1/14/14 album's done. And I'll probably send the digital out, a week before that, just so people can get hyped on it. It sounds good. It's mature, My Tricks of the Trade is very immature. It was very narcissistic. This is an album, man. It's you can hear the schizophrenia in it because half of it is when I wanted to quit rapping and then I found myself again, and then the other half is just me going off on verses and stuff. So I hope you enjoy it. I enjoyed it. It's a lot of work, but now I'm kind of in the swing of things. I'm working on a few projects. The Ugly project, which it's kind of gonna be a super group type thing, collabo thing. So that's gonna be in its place. And then I got some other things. So I want to talk about UGH50 with Blaze. Everyone wants to get on that Blaze song. So I'm just this is how it's gonna work. All the submissions to UGH50 will be considered for the Blaze song. So if you don't submit to UGH50, there's no way you can get on the Blaze song. If you do, I'm just going to take into consideration a lot of things. How much you promote UGH50, how much I see you post in the video, the album cover, just hype about it. Obviously, your past UGH involvement, like if you're just getting on UGH50 to try to get on the Blaze song and you haven't hustled with us, I'll take that into consideration. And then obviously skill is a big thing. A lot of people want to get on that Blaze song, and there's only probably 1 or 2 open verses. So that's how it's going to work. All submissions to UGH50 will be sort of put into a hat, and then me and McNastee will just go through it and be like, who's been hustling the hardest, the longest, who's hustling this particular release the hardest, who's got the skill, who do we think will fit the song the best. And that's probably sort of how it'll work. It's going to be, it's going to make people unhappy that they didn't get on there. But, I mean, this is a Blaze track. Not many people in the underground have a collab with Blaze. Liquid Assassin, I know, does. But, I mean, this is hard to get stuff, man. And that's just how it'll work. So, if you want to get on that Blaze song, you got to submit to UGH50. And with that being said, the spots are going fast. And I know it's holiday season, so... but people are hustling. People are trying to get on that song. People just want to get... I mean, you're on a mixtape hosted by Blaze, and that's pretty sick. And then the deck of cards, that's filling up fast too. And I'm not really promoting anything yet. I put a couple videos out, but now that Real Time's done, once I know for sure it's at press and the artwork's 100%, I'm just going to go full-blown into the Blaze CD. So... look at starting after Christmas. I'm just going to go nuts on the promo, and it's going to fill up probably in a week or two because people will have their Christmas money. And You know, a lot of people saying, because I'm basing it off track length now, because if you have a 4-minute track, it should cost more money than someone with a 2-minute track. And you know, see people saying weird stuff on the internet, like you're just raping people's pockets and all that. You know, listen, if you go to McDonald's, they're raping your pockets because you're giving them money for stuff that isn't food that's going to give you disease, right? If you buy a house, they're raping your pockets. You're paying 3 times what that house actually is worth in interest. That's raping your pockets. Gas is raping your pockets because there's alternative energy sources out there that, you know, the government just doesn't want to be out there. Pepsi Cola. If you buy Pepsi, they're raping your pockets because that shit is poison and you're paying to put it inside you. You know what I mean? You know, no one has a problem spending hundreds of dollars on alcohol or weed, you know. So raping, that's, to me, like, none of those things I mentioned can you make profit off except weed. I mean, you can resell the weed, but like, you know, $200-$300 to be on a CD hosted by Blaze where you get 50 copies. I mean, the smart consumer is doing that. The insane Loke out there is doing that because he's hustling. You know, 50 CDs at $10 each is $500. So you got a lot of promotion. Number one, like, you're promoting yourselves to artists who have money, who want to promote a movement, and who want to promote your music in their market. You're being part of history. Like, you're on a CD hosted by Blaze. He's shouting you out. So without making your money back already, you're getting promoted by other artists, and you're promoting your music to other artists who want to collab, who want to do shows, who want to do this, who want to do that. Number two, you're part of history. Like, you can, like, go back, tell your kids, tell their kids, my granddad was on a CD hosted by Blaze. Because these guys are legends. Blaze is going to, I mean, as long as Juggalos are reproducing, Blaze is going to be a household name. And then that hasn't even touched the profit side of it. 50 CDs hosted by Blaze, like, it's not hard to sell them. If you have a record store in your town who sells underground music, if you have a web store, if you have any sort of decent marketing strategy behind how you promote your music, 50 CDs hosted by Blaze is a... So say you spent $200 to $300. You got promotion. I mean, I see people paying all $300 to be on the cover of a magazine that, you know, is a print to buy magazine. So you're not, I mean, you may be actually on 50 magazines that actually get printed. You're not getting any sort of people hearing your music, artists hearing your music. You're just having people read about you, if they even go ahead and read that article. So, I mean, the smart consumer is doing the UGH because it's promo, it's networking, and it's profit. I mean, you're making profit. If you can't sell 50 CDs hosted by one of the biggest rappers in Juggalo and underground hip-hop, this isn't for you, honestly. So the smart consumer's doing it. The artists who are doing all the big shows in their market are getting on these CDs because it's so easy to sell a rare CD hosted by Blaze at an Axe Murder Boy show, at a Brother Lynch Hung show, at a Blaze Twisted show. So, you know, when people say I'm raping people's pockets, it's ludicrous because McDonald's is really doing it. Like, these are the same people who are probably eating there, you know. You know, if you have a car loan, they're raping your pockets. Like, you're paying money for something that doesn't exist. You're putting your energy into an interest system that a bank created to enslave you. You know what I mean? With UGH, you're getting product to slang. And this is going to have a Blaze song with me and McNastee and then 2 underground hustlers that we think are worthy of it. Produced by 7. I mean, this is, like, I don't know, man. to me, this is a no-brainer, and to, you know, the smart hustler, it is too. So we got the deck of cards, which is already slamming. The art is already killing round one. Dead Weight's on there. D Craze is on there. Potluck is on there. Whitney Payton's on there. Blaze is on there. Cess Crew will be on there. Tech 9 Esham card. Predator card. Queen Esther will be a queen. We got Insane Loke. He's on there. We got you know, that it's just gonna be filled so fast, you know, especially once people start getting their Christmas money and all that good stuff. So to me, just two no-brainer products: the deck of cards and Blaze UGH50. So you know, 480-326-4426 to get on the Blaze CD, and undergroundhustling@gmail.com. I'll shoot you all the pricing. It's by time. If you have a 4-minute song, it's just there's only so much time on the CD, so a 4-minute song is going to cost more than a 2-minute song. And to me, I've been telling people short songs are the future, because people's attention span is so short, and like there's so much available, right? I know personally, when people say check out my music, I listen to the first minute of it. You know what I mean? If you can't get your point across in a minute and a half, you need to condense, you need to consolidate, because if you have 3 verses and there's maybe 5 hot bars in all those 3 verses, then you need to consolidate those 3 verses into 5 bars and then write 11 more hot bars and then put a good hook to it. And hooks are where it's at. Like, people don't understand, when people ask me for collabs, they always want verses, and I'm like, no hot verse has ever sold a gold record. You know what I'm saying? Like, hot verses. Tech 9's got hot verses. He doesn't have many platinum records. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, R. Kelly, he's got hot hooks. You know, these dudes, like Nate Dogg, any hook he's on is a platinum record. So I would rather have a hook from an artist, because it repeats 3 times in the song, and no hot verse has ever sold a platinum record. It's just that easy, you know. It's all hooks. Hooks is the song. So you know, I don't even know where that was going. Honestly, I had a huge brain fart. But Blaze is on the hook of the song. It's called Mo Problems, or Mo Power. So that's coming, dude. So that's where I was going. Short songs are the future. It just is. Short videos are the future, because it costs less to produce the video. Because people don't... If you have a 6-minute song and the first minute of it sucks, no one's going to listen to the other 5 minutes. It's just that easy. There's so much media available, and it's so easy to get, and it's so bombarded at you that you only have time to bump the first minute or 2 anyway. So I think short songs are the future. I've been talking to like major songwriters in Nashville with publishing deals, you know, who say the same thing. It's all about short songs. Like, the 3.5-minute radio song is going to go down. To, you know, it just costs money to pay for all the radio time, the video production, the mixing time, the mastering time. So a 4-minute song is going to cost more than a 2-minute song. And if you can't get if you can't get your point across in 2 minutes, you're not going to get across in 4 minutes. So also, you can collab with someone. You know, you can split the cost. Each of y'all do a verse, split the hook, all that good stuff. You know, it's going to fill up fast, and if you want a chance to be on that Blaze song and be part of UGH50, because after this, you know, we're switching up format again, because everyone's doing what I'm doing. You know, I see people doing ciphers now, and more power to them. It's just, you know, I see people trying to do ciphers who don't have artwork. You know what I mean? Like, we did the whole Grand Theft Auto Tech 9 thing, and then we changed the beat every verse, and then you have me mastering the whole thing. And I just see people, like, and there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, like, you know, I got a cipher with this guy, hit me up for details. You know, like, we do ads, we do video commercials, we do this. People are doing mixtapes, like, you know. So I got to switch up format again, which is fine, but I'm not going to say what I'm doing because then people are already going to get a head start on what I'm doing. But we're just switching up format again after this UGH50, so this may be the last UGH CD that we do, just because times are changing. But what we got now is going to be, you know, so hard to replicate. Already, I believe what we're doing is so hard to replicate because I don't know, I haven't heard the other ciphers people are putting together, but I don't think the beat's going to change every verse. And I don't think they're going to slam as hard, and they're not going to have a dude like Tech on there. But with that said, if you are doing that kind of thing, I want to be a part of it, and I want to mix it to make sure at least it's decent, you know, because the UGH product, from the artwork, McNastee, to the beat, C4, to the brain behind it, it's just, you know, it's up there in quality. So I see people hit me up to get on this mixtape, and there's no graphics, there's no video ad, there's no track record of 49 previous volumes with huge hosts. I mean, if you think about it, Cess Crew, Bizarre, DJ Clay, Cut Calhoun, Chris Calico, King Gordy, Mastermind, Ron Jeremy, Brother Lynch Hung, Kung Fu Vampire, Boondocks, Necro, Pakalika, MC8, Axe Murder Boys, Spice One, Potluck, Prozac, Snoop Dogg, Mars, D-Gaff, Esham, Daisy De La Hoya, Capadonna, Wu-Tang Clan. I mean, they've all said Underground Hustlin'. They've all been on Underground Hustlin' CD as a host or a feature artist. And, I mean, it's just, you know, people, why not have a graphic promoting your thing, man? I'm just saying that as a friend. And if you're really trying to hustle, show people you care. Like, put together a sick graphic with all the info on how to get on. What is this song going on? You know, what is your mixtape? Why is it better than UGH? Because people are just going to be like, well, I can just get on UGH for an extra $50 or $100, and I already know it's going to be off the hook because Blaze is hosting it, or fucking, you know. But so with that being said, 50 may be the last UGH we do because it's a round number. It's 50, and then I think what we're doing now is going to go deeper, and we're going to make it harder, even harder to replicate, because the technology and the experience level of the team I'm working with is up there, and the quality. I'm so about quality, man, because at the end of the day, 5-10 years later, like, when you're moving, you're like, okay, well, I gotta throw some shit away, I gotta give some shit away. I'm gonna keep these UGH CDs because they look sick and they're collector's items. And this thing in a Sharpie marker, it's done. You know, the CDR that's got scratches all over it. It's just I got so, you know. I'm a old school, not old school. I mean, I wasn't around with vinyl really, but I was a tape guy where you had to listen to the whole tape to get to one song, or you had to fast forward and then rewind to hear that song. You know what I mean? And then you had to go to the record store and be like, you know, okay, is this, you know, am I feeling this album cover? Like, does this track list, does it sound like it may be interesting? No preview, no full album on YouTube. You had to, like, sit there and have a moment with the release and then, like, make a decision based on how much money you had if you were going to bring it home. Because you couldn't burn CDs, or, like, it was, you know, you could copy tapes, but it wasn't, like... You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a real, true copy until CD burners came out and digital music came out. So I'm still about the packaging and the artwork, and if it talks to me, and that, you know, we do collector cards and playing cards and stickers and all this stuff, because we got to keep music physical, because half of music is the visual. You know what I mean? Like, does this album cover make sense to me? Does this album cover go with the music? Because it used to be before you heard the music, you saw the music, you saw the image, but now it's all digital, and most people don't even make an image for the audio, and most people don't put that much effort into the audio. Like, they just put together a mix so they can get it out on SoundCloud, and so people can like it on Facebook real quick. So, you know, that's how it is, man. So we probably going to switch format after 50. So it could be the last UGH CD, at least for a while. You know, maybe we'll package some CDs like we do with the ciphers. I really like the ciphers because it's just you know, people put everything into one verse. And like I said, short songs are the future. So the way I set the ciphers up, each song is a 35-minute verse, but it all goes together if you want to hear the whole thing. So there will be more ciphers and UGH stuff, but the Blaze CD, I think we're gonna cap it off there, and then we're gonna start this new thing we're doing. So, you know, that's just how it is. So recap: Real Time is at press. The Real Time Cypher, for those who got avatars, your surprises have been mailed out. You should have them by the time you watch this video. Blaze UGH50 coming up real soon. That get on the CD to get a chance to be on the Blaze song More Power, hosted produced by Seven. And then the deck of cards, all that stuff's going to wrap up real quick here. So 480-326-4426, undergroundhustling@gmail.com. And that's about it, man. You guys have a safe, prosperous holiday season. And just remember, like, you know, people always say this next year is my year. I don't believe in any of that, because next year is just this present moment. It's just the same present moment we're in right now. So if you're waiting for, like, to flip another page on a calendar, that's not real. That's you know, a man-made thing. Like, it has to start now, because that's the only time. Next year is now. It's just a different point of attention on that now. Right now is now, and next year it'll still be now. It just mentally, you think it's a different year. So all that stuff, you have to change it right now. You can't rely on next year, because it just doesn't work. But since a lot, you know, this society is based on a calendar, I hope everyone has a safe holiday and a happy, prosperous new year. But it's right now. Everything's right now. It's real time, baby, right now. So check it out. It's all good. It's all coming soon. Thanks for your support. Thanks for your watching this video and all that good stuff. Peace out.